Hey friends, welcome to this intermediate fertility yoga class. So this class is for those of you who've been practicing yoga for a while, who have built up that fitness, and who are looking for something a little bit more intense in their yoga practice. And I know that many people have this idea of yoga as being this exercise that's really relaxing and gentle and restorative, which it absolutely can be, but it can also be a practice of strength and a practice of challenge. And I think this side of yoga can be really important when you're on a fertility journey to remind you that your body is strong and it's not broken and you can still do hard things. And I know for me, throughout my journey, yoga reminded me so many times of my own strength and that I could breathe through almost anything. And so in today's class, we might get a little bit sweaty, you might be a bit challenged, you might feel like, oh my God, this is too hard, I can't do it. And you need to check in with your body and work out, is it too hard, or do I need to breathe through it and step up to this challenge? Because there's no right or wrong, only your intuition can tell you the right answer. Obviously, we always need to be practicing in a way that is safe and mindful of our own body, so please check in with yourself first. But today's practice is designed to challenge you a little bit. Because of the style of today's class, I do recommend this practice be done in pre-ovulation, so once your period has finished and before you ovulate. If you are looking for a class for any of the other stages of the cycle, I'll leave some linked below, as well as my free fertility yoga guide if you're just getting started with this type of yoga. All right, let's get onto our mat and get straight into it. Oh, and before we get started, I forgot to add, I have my brand new little pup, Tala, here with me. She doesn't want to leave the room, so if you see her crawling around, don't be alarmed. She's a 9-week-old spoodle and you'll probably see her in many, many videos to come. So just coming to the front of the mat, bringing the feet underneath the hips, rolling the shoulders back and down a couple of times, just letting yourself arrive in your body. And in your practice, maybe taking a few deep breaths, sighing it out, shaking the body up and down a little bit. Just coming here. Sometimes I need to shake off my day and all that's been happening before I can feel like I can get into my body and get into my practice. We bring the hands to heart and then just inhale the arms wide, reaching up tall, exhale, forward fold in, bending deeply through the knees. This is our first round, so our hamstrings are probably pretty tight. Just let the upper body hang, find those elbows and just sway it out from side to side. So you should feel some energy pressing down through the heels, but not trying to straighten the legs necessarily. As you inhale, halfway lift, so bring the hands onto the shins, lengthen out through the back, lengthen out through the legs, and then exhale, folding in. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale and fold. So really using that breath, that Ujjayi breath, inhaling through the nose and exhale, sighing it out through the throat. As you inhale, I want you to step the right leg way back, keep the fingertips on the ground and just take some movement through the hips here. So hopefully loosening up through the hips. We are going to do a fair bit of work into the hips today. Just making some space in the body here first. And then stepping that right foot back in, coming back to our forward fold, swaying it out. And then stepping that left leg back, just doing the same thing on the other side. So a really long lunge. Noticing any tight spots in the body, breathing into them. And then step that left foot back in. Come into our chair pose. So we're going to take a seat down, rise through the chest. You might keep the hands on the thighs, you might bring the arms above, but see if you can keep the shoulders nice and soft and away from the ears. So already starting to build some intensity and heat through the legs. I want you to come up and then exhale, take a seat back down. Inhale, come up. That's it. Exhale, take a seat. So sometimes our anxious energy needs to be burnt through a bit of fire in the body. Exhale. I don't know about you, but sometimes if I'm struggling with something, I feel like I need to sweat it out almost. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And then bring the hands through heart. It's almost like that saying about salt water, tears, and sweat can cure all. So If at any time you're struggling, one of those three is going to help. And I really feel that when I'm struggling with something, a good old cry, sweating it out doing some exercise, or getting in a body of salt water, getting in the ocean, usually does the trick to fix it. All right, so today we can probably do two of those three. I can't provide you an ocean, but we can definitely build some heat, create some sweat, and if your body needs it, you might find that release through tears as well. As you inhale, rise the arms up. Exhale, fold it forwards. I'm going to move into our sun salutations now. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold, plant the hands. Step the feet back. I want you to come all the way back to your down dog. Pedaling it out here. Bending one knee, straightening the other leg. And pressing firmly into the hands. So taking the time to set the hands up, spreading the fingers out. Letting the head and neck be relaxed. And then when you're ready to inhale, I want you to roll the body forward and find your plank. And then exhale, send it back, down dog. Feel free to bend through the knees. Inhale, roll forward. Exhale, send it back. Inhale. And exhale. As you inhale, roll forward. You can either come off the feet or bring the knees down. As you exhale, all the way down. I'm going to come to baby cobra. So roll the shoulders, squeeze the toes together, lift through the heart. And then exhale it back down. Use the knees to press all the way back. Coming back to your down dog. Bend the knees as much as you need to walk the feet all the way back up to your forward fold and just surrender in here. So I want you to feel your belly pressing onto your thighs. So bend into the knees as much as you need to make that happen. Full deep breaths. Letting go whatever is not serving you in your body today. Let's keep moving. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep and rise. Exhale, hands through heart. And we take a moment here, a breath here, just to find our center. Connecting through both feet, pressing the feet into the ground, feeling our connection through crown towards the sky. Inhale, reach the arms. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway, lengthen through the legs. Exhale and fold. This time I want you to step the right foot back. Come into a long lunge. Leave the right hand on the ground. Inhale the left to open. Exhale as you tuck it under. Almost hug the thigh. Inhale to open. Exhale. Inhale to open. Exhale. Last one, inhale to the sky. Return the hand down. Take as many steps as you need to get that front foot all the way back to down dog. Take a breath here, pedal it out. And then inhale, roll forward. So really strong through our plank, pressing through our hands. Exhale, take it back. Inhale, roll forward. Exhale, take it back. Inhale, take the knees down, lower it all the way down. Squeeze the toes, open up through the heart. Exhale and lower. Then lift it all the way back, down dog. Looking towards the hands, taking as many steps as you need to find your forward fold. Releasing it here. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale and fold. Sweep and rise to the sky. Hands through heart, find that connection to center. Also a good opportunity to find the breath. Keep going. Inhale, raise the arms. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. The left foot is going to step back this time, left hand grounds. Find that position that feels good for you through the legs, nice and strong. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale to wrap. Inhale up. Exhale, wrap. Inhale. See if you can make the movement nice and fluid. And inhale. Return the hand down, stepping back to your down dog. I want you to notice how you feel in this pose rather than thinking about how it should look. So does it feel better to bend through the knees? Does it feel better to lift the tailbone high, to press into the hands? I want you to make these poses feel good for you, not necessarily try and copy what it looks like. Looking towards the hands, step the feet all the way up. Find your forward fold. Find the chest pressing on the thighs. Rock the feet back and forth, balls to heels. Inhale halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep and rise. And exhale through heart, find your center, find your breath. Do a little bit of balance work here before we come back into the legs. I want you to shift the weight into the right foot, lift the left knee so you're balancing on the right side. And then reach the right hand to the outside of that left thigh, reach the left arm back. Maybe shift the gaze towards that back hand. See if you can bring a smile to your face if the wobbles are happening in your legs. And then slowly return the left foot down. Come back to center, take a moment to reset. And then shift the weight into the left side. Right knee lifts. Left hand finds the outside of the right thigh. Ooh, this side is definitely off balance for me. Reach that right hand back. Feeling that twist through the spine. And then slowly returning back to center, release the right foot down. Inhale the hands up. And then exhale, take a seat. I want you to move into a twist here. Right elbow comes into the outside of the left thigh. Looking up towards that left elbow. Breathing deeply here. Noticing the compression through the thighs. Gentle compression through the belly, wringing out through those abdominal organs. And then inhale, reach the arms to sky. Exhale, take a seat back down. We find the twist on the opposite side. See if you can keep squeezing the knees in towards each other. Keep the bend through the knees. Inhale, send the arms to the sky. And then exhale, come back to center. We move into another balance pose now. So lift the right knee and bring it up and over the left thigh into our eagle pose. So this foot might come behind. It might just tuck in on the outside. The most important thing is you're squeezing those inner thighs together here. Let's inhale the arms wide. Bring the right hand underneath the left. Palms find each other. Reach the fingertips up. Take the shoulders away so you can come deeper through the legs. Keep squeezing the thighs. Keep breathing deeply. So you might notice certain poses challenge you more than others. And I want you to see if you can practice keeping the breath smooth throughout the challenge. Of course, you're welcome to rest whenever you need. If this is too challenging, you can put the foot down. Do what you need. But sometimes it's important to notice that we can also breathe through the challenge. Just want you to release and give everything a little bit of a shake. And then we move to the opposite side. So left leg this time comes up and over. Take the arms wide, left arm comes under the right. Fingertips reach, take a seat low. Slowly rise, give yourself another little shake. Bring the hands to heart. Inhale to sky. Exhale to fall. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale and fall. Let's step the right foot back. Come into that long lunge again. And this time I want you to bring that right elbow to the outside of the left thigh. Bring the hands to heart, and we're moving into that twist here. So we've already done this with the chair legs, and then this time we're in our lunge. Looking up over that left shoulder, maybe noticing the tendency of the body to rock, and just embracing that strength through the legs, pressing the feet into the floor. Maybe you want to open up the wingspan if that feels good. Maybe you don't. And then slowly bring the hands back down to ground. Step back to your down dog. Pedal it out. Inhale, float forward. Exhale, send it back. Inhale, plank. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, come forward, use the knees if you need. Exhale to lower. Inhale, baby cobra, rise it up. This time we're going to come exhale back to child's pose. Forehead to the floor, sink the hips back. Pick the hands up so that you've got fingertips gripping the floor. And just drop the elbows down. See if you can drop the shoulder blades down. You'll feel a really nice stretch through the arms. Keep the breathing slow and steady, or at least aim to. Your mind starting to get a little bit heavy in the body. And then when you're ready, plant the hands, coming back up to your down dog. Looking towards the hands, walking the feet back up. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Sweep and rise, reach the hands to sky. Exhale through heart. Let's go, last round. Inhale, hands to sky. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. This time the left leg steps back. We come into that long lunge again on this side. Bring that left elbow all the way around and into the thigh. If you can't do this, you can leave that left hand just on the ground as we did at the beginning. Bring the hands together and then press towards the heart, looking over that top shoulder. A wingspan is there as an option if you want it. And then slowly bring the hands back down to ground. Step the right foot back. Come back to those waves of rolling forward to plank. And then drawing back to down dog. Forward to plank. Back to dog. Last one, rolling forward. Take the knees down. Lower it down. Inhale to lift. Exhale. Child's pose. Rest the forehead down here and just take the forehead to rock.
side to side, sighing it out, letting the body get heavy.
When you're ready, we're going to come all the way down into our Shavasana to finish. So that was quite a heated standing flow. So you've probably stirred up a lot of stuff in the body with the breath. We can find that often happens. So now we're going to bring it down, right down to the ground, get ourselves as comfortable as we can in Shavasana, and we're just going to breathe. And this part of the practice might seem like it's the easiest. Like if you're just watching and not participating, oh, now she wakes up, then this might feel like the easy bit. But it can also sometimes be the challenging bit because, like I said, this is sometimes when those salty tears come out and the other part of the healing begins. So I want you to get yourself as comfortable as you can. Snuggly puppies are optional. Rest the palms up towards the sky. I just want you to start by lengthening out the breath. So if you normally just breathe into the chest, can you send the breath to the belly as well? Can you extend the breath out to the ribs? Maybe up to the far corners of the chest. And then I want you to imagine the breath as if it was a circular motion. So breathing in and then out. In and then out. So each inhale becomes an exhale. Each exhale becomes an inhale. If you find the breath starting to hurry and rush, slow it down. I know for me, when I'm trying to connect the breath, inhale to exhale, sometimes I get a little bit worked up. See if you can slow it down. Everything's okay. Just want you to check in with your body, noticing any sensations that you might be feeling. Checking in at the crown of the head, forehead, temple, cheeks, jaw, and face. Checking in with the heart, the shoulders, chest. Noticing through the hips and thighs, the back of the knees and calves, all the way down to the feet. Being present and aware of the entire body and any sensations that you might be feeling. Notice how the mind feels. Are there any persistent or nagging thoughts that are demanding attention? Just notice. Notice if the mind wants to get caught up in a story. See if you can direct the mind back to the breath. And just let yourself rest from the thinking of the mind. And notice if there is anything you'd like to let go of. You don't have to understand what it is. Maybe it's just a sensation in the body that you would like to invite to leave. And see if you can invite it to go with the breath. And feel free to stay here as long as you need. Breathing, resting, releasing. And only when you feel ready to will we start to return. You might like to open the eyes, yawn out the body, stretch the arms above the head, coming all the way up. Taking a few centered breaths here, letting yourself return. I just want to let you know that it is normal to have releases during yoga, whether that be a release of anger, a release of crying, just a release of emotion of any kind. Sometimes we hold things in the body and we release them. And sometimes there's a reason why and we know the reason why, and sometimes there's no story or attachment to it. It's just a physical release. Sometimes we need support after we have that release because it brings up some stuff for us. So please seek support, whether that be with me or another counselor. If you feel like there was something that came up that you need to talk through with someone or work through with someone, please, please, please reach out for that support that you need. Thank you so much for sharing in this practice today. I really enjoyed getting into the body a little bit more. And this is something that I want to continue in more fertility yoga classes is it doesn't have to all be super gentle and restorative. I often share practices like that because for many women around the world who are experiencing infertility, they're up here with that anxiety. But you can absolutely have a balance between stronger practices and more restful, restorative practices when you're on a fertility journey. It's all about connecting in with here and listening to what does my body need today and what does my body need according to how much energy I have, where I am in my cycle, and all of those good things. So thank you so much for practicing with me and Tala today, who didn't do very much at all. She is definitely proving so far to be a very chilled out dog, which I'm very much enjoying, but I kind of have a sneaking suspicion that she's going to wake up shortly because she's still very much a baby. If you would like to practice some more classes with me, I'll leave some links below to other classes here on my channel, or feel free to join my online yoga circle where you can find all my premium resources for fertility yoga. Namaste.